guys, and welcome back to the FSX Pro channel. Today we're going to be doing something different, and today we're going to be starting a new series called FSX Tutorials, and it's just going to be on basic tutorials, starting from basic, getting on to more advanced, and then on to like extremely advanced and hard stuff that will probably take quite a while to learn. But today I'm going to be teaching you traffic patterns, and this is going to be a two-part video. The first part of the video is going to contain information you're going to need to know on the traffic pattern before in flight, and part 2 will be the flight video on how to do it. Well, this will explain how a traffic pattern works, and it will explain what these things mean. So what I've done here is I've got an image of Google. The image belongs to its rightful owner, and I give all credit to the owner. But what I've done here is the ones in red is the ones I want you to concentrate right now. The blues will move on later on in the video. So the program used is Photoshop CS6, in case you were wondering. Okay, what I want you to do, so this is a traffic pattern, this is the runway. Don't focus on these blue planes just now, just focus on the red ones. This is runway. This is runway now. Today the wind is coming this direction, and that's why this name gets the down, because you're flying down from the wind. You're not flying that way. Your plane's not flying like up the way. That'd be called upwind. Like here stated. So let's say this is the airport terminal, and you're taxiing and you're coming onto the runway. Let's say this is runway 10 and let's just yeah, that would be 10 and 20. Because you add 18 or subtract 18. So I know my Photoshop skills aren't the best, but 10 and 20. Today the wind is coming from, like I said, this direction. So for traffic patterns today, we're going to be flying this way. We're going to be doing what's called left-hand traffic. Left-hand traffic means when you take off or enter this traffic pattern, you're going to be flying left. Now, if you're entering from here, you're not going to be you'll still be flying left, but just ignore these ones for just now. We're flying left-hand traffic because the wind is coming down. We don't want to be flying into the wind. Now, let's say today is Monday, which it is, and let's say tomorrow the wind is coming this way. The wind will be coming, up that way. Sorry, got it wrong. Just, it depends on the different weather conditions, wind and stuff, that you might be doing right-hand traffic, which is just the same thing except this way. Now let's start by me teaching you the names of these. So let's say you're sitting on runway 10 and you're waiting for takeoff. What's going to happen is ATC, who is here, will say like, click for takeoff. You take off, and if he directs you to also, like if you're sitting parked and he directs you, if you want a traffic pattern, you would ask for left-hand traffic, or right, you would ask what the traffic pattern is for today. If he says left-hand traffic, which is today, you'd request that, and you would say you're clear for left-hand traffic, then clear for takeoff, and what you would do is you would take off and fly upwind. Upwind is because you're flying out of the airport, and like I said, the wind is coming down from this way, meaning you're going to be flying into the wind, so you're flying up the wind. After departing the airport, you're going to make a left-hand turn and be facing this way. So you're now parallel, I think that's right, to the runway. And this is called Crosswind. It's a bit obvious, you can guess why it's called Crosswind, because now the wind will be pushing your aircraft to the left. It depends on how strong the wind is. Because you're trying to fly straight, that's why pilots may have to fly out a bit more to try and keep in there, but that's called crosswind. Downwind, again, very simple name. You're flying down the wind. The wind's coming from behind you and it's pushing you, so down the wind you'll be a little bit faster. Base is just the same as crosswind, except you're turning for the runway, like you're coming down almost at the runway. And then final is your just basic final approach. You gotta learn this off by heart. You gotta learn names. You gotta learn how to perform these. And that's basically it for them. Learn them, know how to, and part 2, I'll show you how to fly them, okay? Now, let's focus on these blue ones. If you were not in this airport, and you wanted to come in for approach, you can't just go, I'm just gonna fly away out here, come in, fly away out here, come in the land. Let's say this airport's for props only. You're gonna have to fly in from a 45-degree entry into the traffic pattern, downwind. You don't come in like this, fly upwind, around, down and in. And you don't come in like this either. You fly into the downwind. Now ATC can contact you and tell you how to do this. If you're flying solo, if you're flying on free flight, just make up if it's left traffic, right traffic. Same with right traffic, if it's right traffic, it'd just be like this. And you'd fly in from there. Oh, sorry, no, you would not. You'd fly in from a 45-degree angle. 45, straight out departure. If you're parked here and you're taxiing, clear for takeoff, you take off and you're not doing a traffic pattern. That's just called and your next waypoint is say over here and not up here. You would taxi, take off, and fly the straight out departure to your waypoint. If your waypoint was here, say, this is your waypoint, you taxi, take off, and go to your waypoint. Now, always remember to contact ATC, tell them what your waypoint and such is. Now, to fly this is pretty simple. If you really have bad crosswind, it might be a bit tricky, but nothing too hard. These are done with props mostly. I don't think airliners do it unless I don't know if a go around is a traffic pattern. I don't think it is, but I do a lot of these on free flight and sometimes in VATSIM. Sorry, my throat's like dying. That's pretty it. Just remember, guys, this guide is for beginners. So if you're very advanced on this, and I'm not going into much detail, I know I'm trying to make it very simple for beginners, so they can learn quite simply. That's basically it. I mean, it's all the names. What was that? Don't know. Oh, something in my mouth. Don't know what it is. I would get like a notepad, a piece of paper, draw out this diagram. I'll put I'll screenshot this or something and put it in the description, and you can go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, download it and use it. But I recommend get a bit of notepaper, draw this out. If you don't want to draw it out, you don't have paper. If you're whatever for whatever reason just download it, get to know the names, get to learn them before attempting to fly. Part 2 of this tutorial should be out tonight, maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure yet, on how it's going to work. But just remember guys, left hand traffic is this, right hand traffic is that. Okay guys, so that's it for this tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave them below and I'll be glad to answer them. Apart from that, that's been part 1 of how to fly, learning traffic patterns for flight sim. A like would be great, a subscribe would be awesome. I know YouTube's there's a lot less people viewing videos, and there's a lot more people making channels and uploading now. They want to be all famous, but it's not that the fact that I want to be famous. It's the fact that I want to help raise money for a charity or something like that. But forget that. Leave a like if you enjoy that. Leave a like if you leave a subscribe if you want to see more of this and get my latest video. Also guys, there is a writer who writes for PC Pilot, which maybe a lot of you may know, who has had an accident. He done something right and he's in hospital and using money. You guys can, I'll put a link down below if you guys want to just donate a penny, a pound, a dollar, or whatever. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Goodbye.